Ronnie-Ward from the Ditmas Park section of the Flatbush neighborhood, Brooklyn, the borough of Brooklyn, County of Kings, America, and it is Friday, the 3rd day of April, 2026. It's a Good Friday today. Tomorrow's Holy Saturday. Sunday is Easter. This is the beginning at noon or 3 p.m. Today is the day where one would do the Via Dolorosa, the walk of the cross or something, Via Dolorosa, where Jesus is going to be crucified, I think at 3 in the afternoon today. And the sun blocks out and all this stuff. And so we are now, today marks the accounting of the next 30 years or so of of the crucifixion of Jesus and the calling of all the disciples. And so we're going to recount the Jesus and the calling of the disciples. Or if you want to talk about what Passover is, then you can refer to the time of the Hebrews in Egypt, which leads to the Exodus where where the 12 tribes of Israel are established, and it would be the 12 tribes. There was estimated to be 400,000 people who the exodus out of Egypt unto the promised land eventually. Not that. Egypt and the trip across Mount Sinai and the Moses and the tablets and all that stuff. Well, I happen to be doing some study of texts, and I am at the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5, for the restatement of the Torah, which is the first 5 books of the Torah. That's 5 books. And if you are a study of person who does Old Testament, New Testament work, then it is Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And I'm at chapter 5 of Deuteronomy, which is the duodeca commandments, which is chapter 5 of Deuteronomy, which is a restatement of the 10 commandments that Moses received from on high at Mount Sinai, that the tablets got on it. So that's where we are in Deuteronomy. If you're a follower of justice in America, well, I think we're getting ready for the Supreme Court building to become the Hall of Justice, because on Good Word, in the months of January and February, you can listen to the oral arguments of the Supreme Court, and I concluded that although the court dissolved, the Chief Justice and Justice of the Court, that the Supreme Court of the United States has been dissolved. So now the Constitution itself, the Constitution has now been unmoored from its foundation, which means there's no longer a Constitution of the United States of America, which is a good thing. And the United States of America does not exist as a country. The United States does not exist as a country unless there are other countries that recognize the United States. So I'm just doing some videos. I'm going to put this up to YouTube. I'm organizing my videos today. I am. So wait here. Let's do this one. This is a news report. The news report at 10 a.m. news report. There you go. Here's the transcript. Ronnie-Ward from the Ditmas Park section of the Flatbush neighborhood, Borough, Brooklyn, County of Kings, the city of New York, America. It is Friday, the 3rd day of April at 9:46 a.m. 10 minutes Standard Time. Well, based on highly reliable information, and at Cape Canaveral, or NASA, or the city of Titusville, Florida, that for the launch of the Artemis 2 or whatever rocket, there were 400,000 people in Brevard County, Florida. They were charging $20 a car to park at various churches and parking lots. And there were all the campgrounds in the entire area were booked solid. All the hotels and motels were all booked solid. I heard also that England, Germany, and somebody else are having a powwow or a meeting or gathering somewhere in Europe, probably Strasbourg or maybe Brussels, I guess, to discuss an effort on how these European countries are going to work together to open the, quote, Strait of Hormuz, which is really the straits of the Narrows of Verrazano, the bridge that goes from Brooklyn to Staten Island. It does. And what else did I know about? Oh, don't forget about Publix. Publix. That's a grocery store chain down south. And also remember about Winn-Dixie, Windixi as well. Okay, well that's it. I also heard that the president, John Donald Trump, blew up some bridge. Yeah, well, I'm not sure which bridge got blown up, but a bridge in, in Iran, but it's probably a bridge over here somewhere in Iran that is over in America. I'm not sure. So we could look into finding out about a bridge that got blew up. It's probably somewhere here. I don't know. Maybe he blew up the Tappan Zee Bridge. That would be nice. I hope he blew up the Tappan Zee Bridge. Or the Mario Cuomo Bridge, which is named after Governor Mario Cuomo, who is the father of Mike Cuomo, and the other Mario Cuomo. The other Mario Cuomo is Chris Cuomo. He's the former governor too, and he was Chris Cuomo was the governor of New York when Bill de Blasio was the mayor of New York City when COVID came upon the city in September 1st of 2019. And then, and then Hochul and stuff, and she became governor and stuff and everything. And then Blasio left, and then Eric Adams came. And he's part of de Blasio and Eric Adams are guilty of war crimes and participating in the mass murder and mass killing of thousands of New Yorkers. Yeah, and then Adams left, and now you all have Zohran Mamdani. He is a communist, and from Europe, in the teaching of Europe, of Rosa Luxemburg, who was a communist person in Germany or from France or something. So anyway, yeah, there's all that. So let's finish this up. It's 10:01. I'm late. The Tappan Zee Bridge is the major bridge that goes across the Hudson River from Tarrytown, New York, to someplace in New York on the other side. Hopefully it was that. Or maybe he blew up the bridge that is I-84 that crosses from farther up before you get to Albany. But a bridge. It's probably a bridge across the Hudson River, I guess. Okay, well that's it. Talk to you later now. Ronnie-Ward from the Dickens Park section of the Flatbush neighborhood borough of Brooklyn, the city of New York, America. Arrivederci, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. So this is 10 at 10, 10 minutes at 10 a.m. Bye-bye now.